Hello there, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. This will be my first card making video, and I will be working on a shaker card with washi tape. So I started with the Moon Baby stamp set from Stampin' Up, and I just stamped the little baby image with Memento Tuxedo Black ink, because I was planning to do some coloring with Copics and the Stampin' Write markers. So I just stamped that on some Copic friendly paper, and I like to color on my Totally Tiffany. I'm not sure what this is called. It's like a movable clipboard with a grid on it, and it's also magnetic, so it's very versatile, and I've liked using it. So I started coloring the baby with, I did the little feet with Melon Mambo from Stampin' Up, and then the onesie in pink Pirouette. And I'm by no means an expert with coloring. I just like to kind of play with the colors and try to get some shading in the right places. And then I moved on to the umbrella, which I believe is a different shade of pink. I don't have it in front of me at the moment, but I will try to remember to put it down in the description box. So I just colored her little umbrella with the Stampin' Up markers, and then I started working on her skin with E21, and I think that's maybe E27. So I just laid a little E21 as my light base with my Copic marker, and then a little bit of shadowing with the darker marker, and then I'll just kind of blend it all together with the lighter E21. And I found that as the Copic markers kind of settle in, their colors settle out a little bit better, so I try not to overdo it. So I went with C7 and C9 in Copics to work on her hair, and just laid down C7 as a light base color, and then the C6 to add some dimension and shadow. And again, I just come back with the C6, I believe it is, to blend it all in. And then I remembered that I had these dimensional paints by Anthology that I wanted to make her hair sort of textured. And these paints are really great for that. I've used them on a previous card, and I really like the look of it. So I just added a little bit of this Art Anthology, I believe it's called Tuxedo Black paint, or Motorcycle Black. I think it's Motorcycle Black. So I just used a paintbrush, and there you can see it a little close up, the texture that it added. So now I've moved on to my sentiment, and I'm using Ranger embossing ink to stamp the words Sweet Baby onto this pink Pirouette cardstock, which is also from Stampin' Up. And just trying to make sure I get good coverage there. And then I'll use a little gold embossing powder from Inkadink and a little brush to brush off the excess. And I'll grab my heat tool and just set that embossing powder. And in a second here, I'm going to grab my punch. It's a cloud-shaped Fiskars punch that I stamped out the Sentiment Sweet Baby there on the cardstock, and I like that. Looks good. So now I'm moving on to my Minc machine. I used hot pink foil to run it through this card by Heidi Swapp. It's a pre-printed card that has the word hello in scripty font inside a heart, and there you can see the hot pink foil that it lays over that sentiment. And so now I'm going to start working on the shaker card. So I take this big roll of foam tape, and I know that my card is, I believe, 4x6. So I'm just measuring out the pieces that I'll need, and I'm just creating valley there for the shaker bits to fit, and so I just work the foam tape around all the edges of the card to create that little valley. I used to struggle a lot with shaker cards, and I'm still by no means an expert, but I think I at least have gotten down a little bit of a method here. So I create the little valley all the way around the card, and then I'm peeling away that top portion, the top paper from the foam tape, and adding a little bit of my powder tool to take away the stickiness, and then some little shaker bits. Most of these came from Michael's. I believe some of them came from Cat Scrappiness, if you shop with Kathleen Driggers at all. And then I just layered a piece of pre-cut acetate on top, and there you can see how it shakes. And now I'm going to use some sparkly pink washi tape that I've had in my stash forever, and I've been trying to figure out ways to use up the washi tape that I have in my stash, and now that I have learned that I can put them on shaker cards, I will certainly be doing this a little bit more often, I think. So I'm adding this sparkly pink washi tape to the edges of the card to cover that dimensional tape. And once I get them all down, I just take my scissors and cut the edges off on all four corners and trim off any excess of the dimensional foam tape as well. So now I'm working on my sentiment. I used an oval punch to cut out some metallic specialty paper. I just wanted an anchor for my sentiment, and then I cut a few clouds from that same gold specialty paper, but I covered them in vellum to kind of give them that sort of wispy cloud feel and to tone down the gold a little bit. And I actually used my scan and cut to cut out the little baby so that I could get all the edges really well. And on an upcoming video, I'll show you guys a little bit more about cutting out stamped images with the scan and cut if you're at all interested in that. And so I just added the little baby there, added a Stampin' Up! Dimensional so it would all be nice and even. I think she's super cute with her umbrella. And the sentiment there on the cloud just says sweet baby, and of course there at the top it says hello, so the entire sentiment is hello sweet baby. And now I'm just using my picker tool and my tweezers to add a few gems to the clouds, the same gems that are in the shaker pocket. They are hearts and stars. And I think I zoom in a bit and show you that. And then I decided to add some glossy accents to the umbrella just to give it some shine and dimension. And when it dries really pretty, and I'm really glad I decided to go with that. And then I took my clear Winkle pen and gave the baby's onesie a little bit of sparkle. And there I zoom in a little bit so you can see that coloring. And then I went back with an R20 Copic marker just to put a little pink in her cheeks. And then I decided to add just a little bit more sparkle to the clouds themselves, the pink clouds that don't have the vellum on them. And I think I'm done. So there is the embellishment. And then I decided to add a sentiment to the inside of the card. So this is another part of the stamp that comes with the Moon Baby stamp set. And so I sort of practiced a little bit how I wanted those colors to look. And I stamped them inside the card with the sentiment Showers of Happiness. And then I was just showing you the extra set of stars that come in there, and I put those inside as well. And you can see there how the shaker bits shake on the inside of the card. And the little sentiment there, hello sweet baby. And on the inside I added a few enamel dots, and it just says showers of happiness. I think it's a cute card to give to a mother who's about to have a girl, and of course you could make a boy version. And so that is my shaker card. And then I'm about to show you the sister card. This was the first one I actually made before I had the bright idea to make it a shower card. So those are the two cards from this stamp set. Quick and easy shaker card with washi tape. Here are some close-ups of the images. There's the sweet baby with her little hair, and the umbrella with the dimensional element, and then there's the full card. I do thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.